Good evening. My name is Rosanne Barr Pentland Arnold Tums, or as I like to call me, Roseanne.
It's the new season on Sunday morning, and here again is Charles Osgood.
Rosanne Barr never failed to get attention in the sitcom bearing her name. And all these years later, she's still doing things her way in a place about as far away from her TV home as you could imagine. Mo Rocca offers a Sunday profile.
How come I got 3 kids and a husband and I end up doing all the grunt work?
The beauty part is you actually grunt while you're doing it.
It's been 23 years since a brash loudmouth, the likes of which had never been seen on network TV, barged her way into our living rooms.
Well, that's it. We're gonna take you up there on Saturday, and I don't give a flying crap if you like it or not. Ready?
Yeah. Today, Rosanne Barr is 58 years old and living on a farm in Hawaii.
Your grandkids must love this.
Oh, yeah, they call me Indiana Jones. We have a good time.
No, she has not retired.
Here's my bees.
And the honey here is kind of special, right?
Yeah, I got my own honey, my own pineapples, my own brands of seeds and such. There's the gorgeous ocean. There's my garden.
Wow. And I thought you came to Hawaii to mellow out. Jeez, that's really fun.
The 46-acre macadamia nut farm is the setting of her just-ended reality show, Roseanne's Nuts.
The solution to all the world's problems starts with my nuts.
No longer doing battle with network TV executives, she spends much of her time fighting with wild boars.
They're like people or something. They only want the stuff that isn't theirs. They're crazy.
Are they violent?
Yeah, they can be violent. Yeah, they're as bad as a mad dog, and they're tusked. I mean, they can kill your grandkids if they want to or whatever.
Also on the farm, goats, and one special sheep.
That black one, that black sheep, that's Rosanne Barr. That's its name.
She'll tell you she's crazy, but when you sit down across from her, as we did last month at her studio in El Segundo, California, she sounds more at peace than ever.
How are you enjoying your life post-menopause?
That's a great question. I'm enjoying my life post-menopause so much. It's just so great to grow into yourself and not be bothered with all that tyranny of biology.
I had no idea how long menopause lasts.
Mine lasted about 10 years.
A decade?
Yeah, that's pretty par for the course.
Was that a rough 10 years?
It sure was a rough 10 years. I mostly kept myself locked inside.
Before her self-imposed exile, Rosanne had become a tabloid staple. Her marriage to Tom Arnold, her on-set tantrums, and who can forget her disastrous rendition of the national anthem at a 1990 San Diego Padres game. So it's easy to forget that she became famous for being funny. Very funny.
Bugs me. You know, this bugs me the worst, is when the husband thinks that the wife knows where everything is, huh? Like they think the uterus is a tracking device.
Just a few years after her appearance on The Tonight Show, her smash sitcom broke the mold and went to #1.
I thought you were supposed to be the man of this house.
Oh, you did not.
In my mind, it was like a girl version of Jackie Gleason.
Rather than retread comfortable sitcom themes, the show dealt with racism.
Black people are just like us. They're every bit as good as us, and any people who don't think so is just a bunch of banjo-picking, cousin-dating, barefoot embarrassments to respectable white trash like us.
Don't even listen to me.
Domestic
He
abuse.
said he was sorry and it would never happen again.
Damn, Jackie, you were a cop. You heard the same crap a million times now. You're throwing it out on me. How could you let this happen to you? Shut up!
And the struggles of a very working-class family.
I don't want to look like some bum asking for a handout.
Well, then wear a tie.
The themes of the show
Do you think they're pretty relevant today?
They're even more relevant today than they were then.
Were you playing a role, or was that you on camera?
That was me on camera. The role I was playing was my real life. That was pretty much how my family was.
Except that her upbringing wasn't quite so typical. Born Jewish in Salt Lake City, Rosanne says she was raised half the week Jewish and half the week Mormon. What was that like?
It was a lot of time spent inside my room in my head alone, thinking.
And she spent a lot of time listening to her mother chat with friends about a certain book, a handbook for the perfect traditional housewife. This would inspire her very untraditional comedic persona.
There's this one chapter called The Domestic Goddess, and it told women how to manipulate men, and it'd say, like, watch your daughter, the way she stamps her foot and shakes her curls, and see how your husband, he just, oh my God, you don't have it, oh my God, are you gonna give it to me?
I am going to give it to you.
Oh my God, thank you.
We asked her to read from the book.
Don't slap men on the back. Do shake hands with men gracefully. Do not whistle loudly. Instead, speak softly and tenderly. Don't roar at jokes.
See, I think you do a lot of these don'ts.
I do too.
I never get out of the house. I never go no place. I never have no fun, ever, because I'm a housewife. I hate that word. I want to be called domestic goddess. It's so much more descriptive.
Rosanne would take the domestic goddess and redefine it.
So the goddess part you were okay with.
I love. Are you kidding? It's true. Women are goddesses.
I says, oh my God, I says, I love my husband, I love my kids, but I need something more. Like perhaps a life.
Have you gone from being a domestic goddess to a rural goddess?
I'm more like a volcano goddess now, living here.
And far from the mainland, at home in Hawaii, Rosanne's been able to revisit some of her past misadventures.
Did you ever think that the national anthem debacle would become what it would?
Hell no. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. But, you know, now I say it was the defining moment of my whole life.
Just a few months ago, she got an anthem do-over, opening for a local girls' softball game.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
And she hit pretty much all the right notes.
You know, it's facing like the biggest mistake you've ever made and doing a redo. It was huge. You can always get better. Nobody can stop you from getting better. And nobody can stop you from trying to make something right.
Her series may be canceled, but the reality show known as Rosanne's Life keeps on going.
Isn't it buttery?
It is buttery.
Not
it's
good.
buttery. Can you still be a pain in the butt?
Seriously, I know I'm a huge pain in the butt to people. I know I am. My kids think I'm a huge pain in the butt. Yeah, all old women are a pain in the butt to somebody. I mean, what else have we got to live for?